it's Johara. Welcome back to my channel, to Johara Loves TV. So, I'm going to do top 10 near deaths in cartoons, as you can probably tell from the title. So I don't know if all of these are the most popular near deaths. These are just the ones that I know from the cartoons that I like, and some are TV shows, some are movies. I think most of them are TV shows because that is more of what I watch. But these are just some cartoon characters that almost died in one way or another, but somehow survived. So no, it is not a resurrection video, so these characters did not actually die, at least not the scene I'm talking about. Maybe they did end up dying, but then come back in one way. Although I don't know if I know any cartoon characters that come back to life. I know plenty of non-cartoon characters that come back to life. I mean, Supernatural, Buffy, the Charmed ones. I watch a lot of resurrections and I didn't even realize it. So, let's get into the video, shall we? Number 10, I have the Scooby Gang from one of the TV shows, Mystery Incorporated. It's really the only TV show I'm really into, or the only Scooby TV show I'm really into. Because my favorite of the Scooby, whatever, of all of the remakes and stuff they've done with the Scooby Gang, my favorite is the live actions with Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. But this will be a close second. Honestly, the only Scooby-Doo reincarnations I ever watched is Mystery Incorporated and then the live action movies. But what I love about this Mystery Incorporated TV show is the fact that, yes, every episode they have to do the whole unmasking thing, like every Scooby-Doo thing, but what makes it so amazing is that there's also this overall mystery they're trying to solve throughout the two seasons, and every episode gets them closer, whether they get another clue or something, to the overall mystery that they've been trying to solve. And I just love that aspect. The fact it was such a new take on an old classic, and I just loved how they did it, because every other Scooby-Doo thing is always the same thing, just every episode has them unmasking a new thing, but this one has all these side characters, these people who you think are heroes turn out to be villains, these villains who turn out to be heroes, and it's just not everything's not as it seems. I just absolutely love it, and it's probably the most underrated of all of these Scooby-Doo TV shows, but it shouldn't be, because it is just amazing, and it's on Netflix if anyone wants to watch it. But I absolutely love it, but the mystery gets worse and gets bigger at the end. The villains even end up kidnapping the entire town, and they plan on to kill everyone in that town, and the Scooby Gang has to save everyone, of course, and stop the villains. And there's this huge thing. I love this one scene where Shaggy and Scooby have to infiltrate the operation and warn everyone that they're about to do an uprising, so everyone can get ready to run off and leave the villains. But and then Freddie, Daphne, and Velma are in the van, and all of a sudden it explodes, and everyone screams. Shaggy and Scooby start crying, but then the three of them come walk over to them, because it turns out it was not them in the van. They just wanted everyone. I just love that scene. But they do almost die, because the mystery becomes very clear, and it's just there, and they have to try to stop it while risking themselves to save the town and the world, because the original Mystery Incorporated, which includes Fred's real parents, and is trying to take over this treasure, which is undeniable power, and the mastermind behind it all, I forgot his name. Crap, that's going to annoy me. He's in, oh crap, oh well, I can't remember his name now, but he ends up getting that power and almost defeats them. But every time he was trying to eat the town, all the people in the town, because he was undeniably hungry and just wanted all the souls. And every time he tried to touch the five of them, he couldn't because they were banded together as one. And that's when Scooby realized that the power is the five of them, their friendship. So they manage to stop him, but they do almost die in the process. The entire town almost dies, but yeah. So you guys should just watch the show, okay? I'm explaining it really bad, but it's like so good. Number 9, I have Turtles and Mona from. So like Scooby-Doo, there's only one TV show of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles I watch. One which is the one that was made in 2012. It's on Hulu, but and I watch the live action movies, at least the first two. I don't like the third one, but I love the first two, and I love that one TV show. And all the rest of these remakes and stuff, I don't know, like, well, the live actions that I like are the old ones, not the newer crap, but the old ones are so amazing. The ones that were made like 1980, 1990. So yeah, those are the amazing ones. But yeah, so there was a scene in season 4. The turtles, well, they had to go in time and in space because Shredder had won, killing Splinter, and ended up, I think Mikey got kidnapped or something and almost died. But he so and then Splinter took over, and I forgot what they're called, but these aliens wanted to um destroy the planet. So the turtles had to go in space to escape, and then go back in time to grab all the pieces of this powerful object to stop Splinter and the Triceratops, I think is what they were called, before they can kill Splinter and stop the planet again, or destroy the planet again. But in the process, each turtle has a love interest, but only one of them actually ends up being with their love interest, which is Raph, because Leo has a love interest with Cry, which is Splinter's biological daughter, who was raised by the Shredder. Mikey's love interest is a time-traveling warrior or something, Renee, and then Donnie's love interest is April, because he has a crush on her, even though she has a thing for Casey, who also has a thing for her. But Raph's love, I don't care about three of them's love interest. I care about Raph and Mona, because they're so cute together, and you get to see a whole other side to Raph, a whole, I'm in love with you kind of side, and I live for that. But, so Raph, but when they first meet, they do not like each other at all. They're fighting, and it doesn't take long for them to end up realizing that the other one isn't too bad, and they're in this one planet, and their oxygen was going down, and they were trying to fix both of their ships because both of them had crashed. She was here with her commander, Gathrak, because Mona's real name is Yagithba, but Raph couldn't pronounce it, so he calls her Mona Lisa because of the painting. But it makes sense, all of them are named after artists. But yeah, and they almost don't make it in time because the turtles are I almost said the rats. What? The turtles are working with a robot, so he doesn't need air like the turtles or I forgot what they're called, but Mona and Gathrak. Gathrak, I think his name is. I don't know, but so he has to quickly repair it and get them back all on the ship before they all die, and they almost did die because Raph and Mona were talking when all of a sudden they lost consciousness, and then it goes back to Raph waking up to see Mona over him on the ship, and everyone was fine. But yeah, they almost died. Number 8 is Diego from Ice Age. I love Diego a lot. Diego is my favorite character of Ice Age. Obviously, I absolutely love the Ice Age movies. I feel like they're kind of underrated, which makes me sad. But at least in terms of like Shrek and Lion King, they're just so underrated. But they're so much better. But anyways, Diego, I absolutely love him, and I love his relationship with Shira. But anyways, the point of this was the fact that in the first movie he almost died. Fun fact for those of you that did not know, but they were originally going to kill off Dago. I'm so glad they did because I would have cried for days, maybe weeks. but but apparently they showed the movie to a test audience, and the kids freaked out that Dago died, so they were forced to make it so that Dago was okay by the end. So yeah, but I'm sure you all know of Ice Age by now, but I absolutely love it, and I love the ending when Dago admits that he's kind of working with these saber-toothed tigers, and but he had ended up caring about Manny and Sid and the baby, so he ended up fighting his leader, and his leader almost killed him, but he used the last bit of strength he had to stop him from killing Manny. And even that meant he died. And they thought that he was going to die, so they left to give the baby back. But then, when after they had returned the baby, Diego limped over to them, and he was okay. So yay, happy ending. 7 is Annika from Barbie and the Magic Pegasus. I'm just Magic Princess. Nope. There's no Magic Princess movie, but Magic Pegasus. I'm sure you guys know about the movie, maybe not. But Annika's like running from trying to find a way to stop this guy, so before her parents and her entire kingdom's frozen forever. And she really doesn't want to marry him because that's his only term. She'll unfreeze everyone if she marries him, but she doesn't want to because he thinks he deserves the prettiest girls and this and that. So she has to try to find the scepter of light that doesn't even supposed to exist, but she believes it does. So she's looking for all the pieces to make it, including meeting a horse or a Pegasus who turns out to be her sister that she never knew about, and then this guy who she did not like at first, but ends up falling in love with, Aiden. And she had tried to use the scepter of light, but it didn't work. And and then she's like, fine, I'll marry you. He's like, I don't want to marry you now after you tried to destroy me, this and that. So then he uses his wand to make an avalanche cover her, and she almost dies. Brianna, her sister, and Aiden had to dig her out of the snow, and then had to carry her back to the castle where she almost froze to death, basically. But she survived, because this is a children's movie, and they weren't actually going to kill her. 6 is Zuko from Avatar: Last Airbender. Zuko, I think he almost died a few times, probably. I mean, he got burned by his father, but I don't know if it almost killed him. It didn't really show it all, only bits and pieces. But the one time I'm talking about is I hear my mom. But hold on. Okay, I'm back. So we were talking about Zuko. So at the end of season 1, I can't remember anyone's names today. What's that one guy's name that was only on season 1? That was like kind of the main villain before Azula and Ozai was officially introduced.
Of Avatar?
Yes.
I just started watching it again.
So. I love Avatar. And Legend of Korra. Crap, what's his name?
Oh, I can't remember his name.
I'm gonna cry. I can't remember anyone's name today. So I'm sure if you guys watch Avatar, you know who I'm talking about. But he tried to kill Zuko at the end of season 1 because he had suspicions of suspicions of Zuko being the blue spirit and had technically saved the Avatar, but that's only because he wanted to capture the Avatar, so he saved the Avatar just to capture him.
Well, if you remember the name, you can put it in the comments.
Wait, Xylo? Something like that,
Was
right?
it Xylo?
It wasn't exactly Xylo, but it was something like that.
It was spelled Zulu, right?
ZH, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'll look it up, because I'm getting annoyed.
That's gonna annoy her the whole day.
I can't remember anyone's name today, I swear. Yeah, that's my life. Okay, so ATLA. I can't even speak today. Okay, ATLA. Zaho, right?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Okay. Well, we were kind of close.
Admiral Zio. I can't speak today. I give up. Okay. Anyways, he tried to kill Zuko by blowing up his ship, but I'm actually in the middle of rewatching Avatar. But then I stopped because I started rewatching Riverdale. I'm on season 1 still. I don't remember what episode at this point, but yeah. And I don't remember if they knew that he was going to do that, because they end up faking his death, making him think that Zuko was on the ship when the ship blew up, and but Iroh was working with Zuko to stop him, and which it kind of worked, because Zuko even tried to save his life though when he was being taken by a spirit for all the chaos he caused in the north. My mind isn't here today. I can't do this. Okay. The North Winter Kingdom, whatever it's called. I can't do this today.
Just pause it. Give yourself a minute.
It's fine. But yeah. So. Huh? Okay. But Zuko tried to save him from the spirit that was trying to take him away, and but he was too pride, and his pride got in the way, and he wouldn't let Zuko save him, especially since he just tried to kill Zuko. But I did like that they kind of brought him back in Legend of Korra when they went to the spirit world and saw a lost man just wandering around, kind of insane at this point, and that was Seho or Zaho, however you pronounce his name. But I kind of love that little throwback they did. But I don't know if everyone noticed that, because I know I didn't notice that at first. I didn't realize that was him at first, but I love that they did that. Number 5, I have Mako from Legend of Korra. Well, so Mako almost died at the end of season 4, and he's actually sacrificed himself because they had finally stopped the waterbender and the earthbender. I don't remember the names. Actually, I do remember the waterbender's name, Ming Hua. Earthbender's name starts with a G. That's all I remember. I think it's Gazan or something like that. But yeah, and the two of them had worked together to defeat the two of them, and I think Ming Hua died because she was electrocuted. I don't know. But Mako had told Bolin to get them out of there and to get out because they had just stopped that whole power thing that was happening, power surge, whatever, and Zuko was going to shoot lightning at it, but that could also kill him because that's a lot of power, and if he's too close to it when it explodes, he could die, and he knew that. So him and Bolin have a touching moment, which is really sweet because I don't think they've really had that much of a touching moment since season 1. My laptop's gonna die. Okay. But and then he does it and survives barely. He gets unconscious, and Bolin, being Bolin, not gonna let Mako die, comes back to take him out before it actually explodes. And so he survived, but barely. I think he ended up having a cast or something on at the end. Number 4, I have Adora from She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, because she probably almost died a couple times, but the one time I think about is near the finale when she took in that power surge or something, because it was the only way to stop what was going on, and she had to take on that power thing. But the reason why Shadow Weaver was so insistent on Adora doing it was because Adora was the only one that possibly could, because she's She-Ra. She-Ra is powerful and is the only one that might be able to take it in and survive, because no mortal can. And Catra didn't want her to, but she did, being the hero she is, and she takes it in and survives. But then when she goes to fight it, fight the whatever she's supposed to be fighting, I don't know, my mind's just not here today. She is trying to save the world and stop Horde Prime once and for all, and but the power is taking over her, and she is dying as she's doing it, and Catra is there with her, pleading her to stay awake and finally confess that she's in love with her, and that gave Dora the push to fight it and wake up, and she was like, you love me, well, I love you too, and it was really sweet, and they kissed. But yeah, but she almost died, but she was able to fight off the power because of Catra's love, and it was really sweet. What's next? Number 3 is Star from Star vs. the Forces of Evil. I think Star and Marco. I keep doing that. Marco. I keep wanting to say Marco. Mix up Marco and Mako because they sound really similar. But anyways, I'm pretty sure they both almost died in the finale, but I don't know if they actually almost died because they were sent to their own worlds. They didn't know what was going to happen to them. They thought they might die, but they just wanted to be together, even if that meant death. But Star does almost die in season 3 when Toffee has taken over her wand. She ends up going inside her wand, but Toffee had tainted the magic. That's why her powers hasn't been working right. And she was drowning in the darkness that was Toffee, and Toffee had told Marco, Buffrog, and Queen Moon that she had died because he thought that she wouldn't survive, but she did, and she ended up getting out of the wand and ended up becoming extremely powerful and killed Toffee when Moon and Marco couldn't do it, but she did, and I just love how powerful she is. But yeah, she ended up surviving because she's Star. Number 2 is Ahsoka. Ahsoka from Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I've tried watching Star Wars movies. I couldn't get into them, but I absolutely love Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the movie and TV show, and I do plan on eventually starting Star Wars Rebels, and I only want to watch that because I hear Ahsoka's on it, and I'm obsessed with Ahsoka, so I want to see more of her. I didn't even really like season 6 because Ahsoka wasn't on it, but then she came back for season 7, and I was so happy. But I think she almost died a couple times, but like when she was out in the woods or something, and Anakin was so worried about her trying to save her, and she was teaching all these children how to survive from the lessons that Anakin had taught her. But the one scene that I was thinking of when I chose Ahsoka so high on this list was when her and that one girl that ended up betraying her and framing her for murder. Crap, what's her name? I can't remember anyone's name today. I'm just done. I'm done with today, and it's only 10:47. Crap. Okay, moving on. But they were stuck underground because of something collapsed, and they were losing air. And Ahsoka ended up using the last bit of strength she had to use her little watch thing to contact Anakin to let him know she's still alive, because Anakin, and I like the conversation Anakin and the other girls Jedi had with each other, because she even makes a comment like I'm ready to let my Padawan go if it's her time. Are you? And Anakin's like, no, because they have a different relationship than most Jedi and Padawans. You know, they have most of it's just a teacher-student relationship, but they have a brother-sister relationship, and they care about each other so much, and every time one of them is in danger, the other one goes insane trying to save them. And I love it. But, yeah, but because of that, they were able to find out where they were, and because of what Ahsoka did to contact Anakin, he was able to figure out exactly where they were so that everyone can dig them out and save them. But they did almost lose air, so they did almost die. I'm pretty sure Ahsoka almost died a few other times, but that's the first thing that I thought of. Okay, here's another one where her death was even closer to happening, which was when with the son and the daughter, and they had turned Ahsoka evil, and that one guy, the villain, whatever his name was, and the son, I think he was the villain, and then he turned her evil, and Anakin had to fight her, but Anakin didn't want to fight her. He was just if Anakin didn't fight her, he threatened to kill her, but he said he wouldn't let that happen. So he was trying to save her without having to fight her. But then she does end up. I don't think that one counts for this list, because I think she technically did die. Crap, I'm gonna have to rewatch that, because I can't remember if she was just really close to death or if she actually did die. Because the daughter ended up sacrificing her, because daughter was dying too, so she ended up sacrificing herself so that Ahsoka could live. Crap, I don't remember if she actually did die now, or if she... I'm gonna have to rewatch that now. I plan on rewatching it soon anyway, so I'll find out if she actually did die or not. Okay, moving on. Honorable mentions, and then we'll go to our number one pick. Honorable mentions, I have Eugene from Tangled. He was stabbed, which you all probably know. I also have Annalise and Julian from Barbie Princess of the Pauper, because they almost drowned when in that cave thing that Premature had stuck them with. I have Korra from Legend of Korra, because she almost died at the end of season 3 when she was fighting Zahir, and she even ended up becoming paralyzed for half of season 4. I don't think she was actually. I don't know. She got paralyzed, but I don't think it was that long. Well, it was 3 years, but they did that whole time jump. And then Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender, because she almost died at the end. That's okay. I knew Zuko almost died another time when he was shot by lightning because he blocked it from Katara. Man, that just went right over my head. And I love that scene. And then I also have Jackie Laura from Monster High, because I don't think anyone ever talks about this, but in Why Do Girls Fall in Love, she technically almost died, because that was the whole point of what Valentine was trying to do, take her heart, which actually is a lot darker than people realize, and yet, you know, it's not supposed to be a dark movie, but that whole premise is kind of dark, if you ask me. But maybe I'm just looking at the darker aspects of it. But I don't know. I think that it would have killed Jackie Laura. And then number 1 is Astrid from How to Train Your Dragon. I don't think she ever got close to death in the movies, but in one of these shows, which I absolutely love, Dragons Race to the Edge, she does almost die a couple times. She almost died when she was drowning, she almost drowned, but that one was like more quick and because she was stuck underwater, but then she finally fell underwater, and but then Hiccup came to save her right after. So but another time where she was even closer to death was when she ended up getting the plague, and the only thing to save her was that was a certain type of dragon that everyone thought was extinct. Turns out there was one left, but as they decided to try to get him to save her, Vigo, and they find out that Vigo had actually lured Astrid there to poison her so that they would search for that dragon and do all the work for them so that they can find that rare dragon so they can use him for their evil purposes. But but they end up making that whole deal to let Vigo take the dragon as long as they get what they came for, which would cure Astrid, and it worked, and she survived, but she was close to death. So yeah, and I absolutely love Astrid. She's my favorite character, and I absolutely love that show and the movies. I even have a Stormfly. I don't have her with me at the moment, but I have a tiny Stormfly that Alyssa's boyfriend got me a long time ago. Do you still have Toothless?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, she got Toothless, I got Stormfly. Because he knew that Toothless was her favorite and Stormfly was mine, out of the dragons. So yeah, fun little story, because why not? But that's all for this list. Please like and subscribe and comment your favorite near deaths in cartoons. I would love to read them and chat with you about them because I'm a fangirl and I love talking about near death experiences, apparently. So I will talk to you guys later.